Newcastle were like ganning doing tune with me pals, ganning yem with me poopa scooper, war kid, is that all right? But in Scotland, it's like, gives a wee drink, you fucking prick. I don't know where my parents are. But in Ireland, Ireland's like, what'll it be? What'll it be? Where's me potatoes? They're not very far, just by the car. But today is about China, as the China stocks have been running. Now, where's my fried rice? Chinese! 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 China! Welcome to Jonk does PennyStocking, everybody. We're coming up to the annual 52nd episode. Highlights from the Tim Sykes challenge this week features again Mark Crook because he does an epic 4 or 5 minute segment, part of a 90-minute challenge webinar that you get weekly on the challenge about the Chinese stocks, because the Chinese stocks have been running hot. This webinar kind of teaches you entry points, how to follow sector momentum, what the hot China stocks are right now. Watch it, live it, dream it, enjoy. Oh, it's a tough market to short in. Mark Crook just said that in this webinar. He's like, you've got to be very precise with your entries or you'll run into a lot of trouble in this market. But this show is dedicated to the Chinese sector, running specifically hot. So let's hear what Mark Crook has to say in this very recent challenge webinar just like 3 days ago.
A great example of that.
CNET.
You know, solid buy yesterday. Multiple opportunities to buy it off the consolidation in the 11 o'clock Eastern time frame when it started. And for some reason my, let me turn off. For some reason, I can't seem to turn off my speaker. All right, well, we'll deal with this as we go along. But for those of you that want to ask questions, definitely, as always, post them in the chat room, and I'll answer them as I get to them. I can't promise to get it to every question, but we'll do the best for as many as I can. So CNET, as I was saying earlier, great buy once it held the low threes yesterday. And then again, another great opportunity when it held the mid fours and started ramping with volume. And that turned out to be almost 100% move off the top. So pretty incredible. Supernova inside of 7-8 hours of trading, which is just unbelievable. And no surprise it's red today, but I think I suspect we have not seen the end of the China plays, but you never know. I mean, CCCR is up not a whole lot, up from the 120s to the 190s. CNIT hit as high as 480, 490, even the low fives, and that one has given back pretty much 50% of its move. And you don't want to be late to the party. So if you weren't buying these early on yesterday, I would say it's really, you know, too late now to especially this kind of price action where it's taking out the day lows and classic sideways price action. And you know, I thought about shorting CNIT, but seeing that it went to 5, and you know, I think that it'll probably find some kind of support. I would think in the mid 2s, so not a whole lot of downside at this point. Same thing for CNET. CNET's down from the 10s to the 6s, so these might become good dip buys, but I'm not so crazy about these plays. Let's see here. What was the best sympathy play today to CNET? I believe it was CPHI. I mean, this one went from 40 cents to $1.40 and then just crashed right back to 50 cents. So, you know, that was a very solid play. I think DELT is also a China play. And that turned out to be a decent spiker off the 270, 280 support. And you know, plenty of opportunity to sell in the 4s, the 450s from this support zone in the 270s, 280s. If you missed the morning spike, wouldn't be surprised if Roland was buying this in the low 2s, as he tends to be very early and precise on a lot of these supernova type moves. But
yeah, so I mean, a lot of lessons, but I mean, I always thought that if you're buying strength when you are trading, you are chasing. But what I've kind of come to learn is that buying strength is fine as long as the daily pattern, you're the first one in on the daily pattern, or say you're tracking sectors and you're tracking the Chinese sector. If you're the first one to dip buy the reversal, then it's okay to buy strength. It's a good indicator that the move's about to start with volume. Thank you so much for watching. No offense, honestly, meant if I've insulted any races, I hope not, from China to Ireland to Scotland to Newcastle, my own hometown. I want to play my favourite song. It's a fucking tune. And there's no significance or relevance to this, but what I want to do is take you back to the beginning, because I think sometimes you've got to address the main source and drive of your motivation and inspiration to trade. Because if you don't address your main source of inspiration, you'll start questioning why you're doing it. Why are you committing these 2 hours a day to learning? Why are you committing these 3-4 hours every day for a straight year and you're still losing? And for me, my source and drive of motivation was that I hit a point in my life where I was like, I will not be happy unless I change drastically. And like fucking Jim Carrey, I had some mad as fuck revelation, and I've never looked back since. I've been running and running and running for the last 18 months. Granted, took a loss. This week's a green week so far. Coming back and learning from losses and on the road to fucking success. But I want to say to you, what is your driver? Because if you don't recognize your driver, you're going to hit a point of resistance when it comes to studying. And you've got to listen to that voice in your head and think, what is that voice telling me? What is the resistance saying? I'm not going to study for this reason, I'm not going to study for that reason, I can't be bothered, there's no point in doing it anyway. Is it because you're not going to make it? Is it that because you don't have the confidence that you believe that you can do it? Is it because you feel it's a privilege only for the elite? And you've got to address these issues now, so you have a skyless, boundless barrier to reach for the stars. Because I had an unwavering drive to think, no matter fucking what, I'm going to do it. And I'll fucking die trying. It was like that. I don't give a fuck if I lose everything. I will do this as my sole priority. But what about you? What is your resistance point? What is your doubt? What is your driver? Very interested in all. Comment below. Live the dream. I'll see y'all later.